Welcome you all for the presentation. I am Dr. Sangeeta DM, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, AJIET, Mangalore. Analysis of Determinate Structures 18CV42. This is a VTU syllabus for fourth semester Civil Engineering. Under that we will be studying deflection of beams. This is Module 3. This is a portion of Module 3. In my previous videos, part 1 and part 2, we have discussed about Macaulay's method, some introduction and derivations of moment area method in part 2, along with that one numerical problems we solved. In this video, I'd like to refresh and recollect the things of moment area method and then proceed with some more examples. Moment area method. The bending moment diagram and the area contributed by the bending moment diagram are the key factors in moment area method. It basically starts with two theorems. Theorem 1, the change in slope between any 2 points on the elastic curve of a member subjected to bending is equal to the area of M by EI diagram between those 2 points. Statement 2, the vertical intercept of the elastic curve measured from the tangent drawn to the elastic curve at some other point is equal to the moment of M by EI diagram, moment being taken about that point where vertical intercept is drawn. So here is a beam subjected to load. The load is not symmetric, it is unsymmetric. The bending moment diagram is drawn. It is an approximate bending moment diagram. For that, elastic curve is drawn. So the difference of the elastic curve seen in the bending moment diagram, the area contributed by the bending moment diagram forms theta c, and area into CG distance about the point gives you the deflection, that is KCD and KCB are evaluated. So this was the concept with which we have solved some problems also, and with this diagram we have started with the derivation proof for this. Basic elastic equation M by I is equal to E by R, and from figure 2, if R and theta are the radius and differential angle, then dx is equal to R into d theta. Substituting and simplifying, we will end up with theta CD is equal to integral of M by EI diagram into dx, that is area of M by EI diagram into dx. Again, for the differential length d delta, this d delta, C to D is KCD. C to D is KCD. Therefore, d delta is equal to x into d theta, x into M by EI diagram. Therefore, deflection delta from C to D is equal to integral of M by EI diagram into its centroid distance. So that was a concept for the two theorems which we have discussed in the previous video. So hereby I would like to proceed with the numericals, where here we have a cantilever beam subjected to uniformly distributed load. For the cantilever beam shown in the figure, compute deflection and slope at the free end. Okay, fine. So the beam is subjected to uniformly distributed load. At point A, x is taken as 0, and at point B, x is taken as 4 meter. To draw the bending moment diagram, either you can go with your basics. For UDL it is a parabolic curve, or you can take a section and you can draw. At section XX, what is the bending moment at this section? Can you write an equation? If you are considering LHS and RHS, I have told the sign convention in the previous video. If you are considering the left side of the section, clockwise is positive, right side anti-clockwise is positive. So if you are considering the right side, anti-clockwise is positive. Therefore, bending moment at the section is W into L by 2. That forms pi x square. W is 10, L is x into x by 2, and x varies from 0 to 4. Substitute and get the magnitude. At x is equal to 0, it is 0, and x equals to 4 minus 80. Minus 80 means below the line, down the elastic line. And Since it is a UDL, the curve is parabolic. If it is a point load, it is straight. It is a UDL, it is a parabolic curve. So this is the bending moment diagram. So bending moment diagram is shown in the figure and it is negative in nature. To proceed with that, we have to compute theta b. Theta b is slope at b. From the first theorem, it is theta b, theta ab. This is equal to theta a difference theta b, theta a minus theta b. That is, for the cantilever beam, at the fixed support, there will be no rotation and no deflection. And hence, in this case, theta a is 0. So, theta ab, whatever we evaluate, it is theta b. Implies that the tangent drawn to the elastic curve at A will be the same as the beam line. So there is no tangent drawn. So theta A is 0. So theta B is m by A diagram. So 0 to 4, m is area of this m by A diagram. Here it is 80 minus 5x square minus 5 into x cube by 3, 0 to 4 minus 5. So by simplifying is theta A is 0, theta B is 320 by A. So area of m by A diagram between 0 to 4. Since it is a parabolic curve and the shape is not symmetric, we can't directly take it as area and we have to use the integral equation. So by substituting with the integration, we can find the solution here. To compute the deflection at B, theorem 2, that is mx by ei. M is minus 5x minus 5x and x varies from 0 to 4 into x distance. Minus 5x square, so simplifying that or solving that, minus 5x power 4 divided by 4, 0 to 4, and substituting here, substituting with the limits, you will get KAB is minus 320 by ei. Since KAB at A, the support is fixed, the deflection is 0. So it is taken as the beam line only. So the deflection from the beam line is delta B and that is 320 by ei. Moving ahead with the second problem, that is the next one. Find deflection and slope at the free end of the beam shown in the figure by moment area theorem. EI value is given. So here the UDL is partly loaded, it's not fully loaded, and the portion CB is unloaded. So for the beam, so I'll take two different sections. One section is from 0 to C, that is A to C, and the other sections from C to B. At A it is 0, at C it is 4, at B it is 8. I'll be taking from the right hand side. Take the moment equation at section 1, the x varies from 0 to C. What is the equation? Right hand side means anticlockwise positive. That's what here written sign convention. W into L into L by 2. W is 6, 6 into x square by 2. 6 into x into x by 2. Next minus for going for the section BC. For section BC, there is a UDL and there is nothing else. Again, right hand side section you are going to consider, that is W into x minus 2. Moment at section, that is from x is equal to 4 to 8. 6 into 4, 6 4s are 24 into L by 2, this is 2, and up to here it is x. So x minus 2, that's the equation here, x minus 2. Simplifying it, you have minus 24x plus 48. At x is equal to 4 and 8 are the limitations because this is the zone here between B and C. At x is equal to 4 and 8. So x is equal to 4 and 8 here. Substitute. At C is minus 48, at B is minus 144. If you draw the bending moment diagram, it is something like this. and the relations are for the each zone we have a separate relation as well. With this we will proceed for the computation of rotations. Rotation at theta b. Theta b is at this point. Rotation at theta b. Theta a is 0. We know that theta a is 0. At the support fixity it cannot rotate. So theta a difference theta b. So theta b is integral of m by ei diagram. Integral varies from 0 to 4. Integral is from 0 to 4. What is the equation between a and b? It is the equation between a and b. It is minus 3x square plus AB is the complete beam. So for the total beam, what is the deflection or rotation at theta A? Theta A difference theta B. In between AB, what is the rotation? Theta AB. Theta A difference theta B. The difference between the two. Theta B is 0 because it's a fixed thing. Theta A we have to evaluate. So theta A means integral of m by ei diagram. Integral of m by ei diagram between AB is 0 to 4 minus 3x square into dx plus 1 by ei is 4 to 8. For each curve you have a different equation. So use that equation, use it as an integral form with the particular limits, simplify it, solve it. That gives the theta A. Minus 3 by a, x square integration is x cube by 3, you can see here. 24x square by 2, 48 is 48x. Substitute with the upper and lower bound limits 0, 4, 4 and 8. You will arrive at what is theta AB. Theta AB and theta B, that the support is 0. So theta A is the value. Similarly, you can compute deflection at B. KAB is equal to integral of mx into dx by ei. Bending moment into its centroidal distance. So 1 by ei, that portion, minus 3x square, 24x into 48, this will remain same. Just multiply with the x component. Because that parabolic, it is difficult to evaluate the centroid and the nature of the curve because it is not totally a symmetric figure. So in such a cases you can use the equations and you can do it easily. Just multiply it with the x factor, then multiply and simplify. Do the integration. 3x square into x is 3x cube. So integrating it, 3x power 4 divided by 4. Substitute with the limit 0 to 4. Because 3x square in between 0 to 4. In between 0 to 4, the equation is 3x square. In between 4 to 8, the equation is this region. The same, we are substituting here, simplifying it and substituting with the upper and lower bound limits. You will end up with what is KAB. And since KA, that is at support at the fixed end, it is 0, now whatever the value you will be getting, it is the deflection, because at A it is 0, it is fixed, so the deflection will be direct. It is the difference of the beam line. We have one more problem. For the cantilever beam shown in figure, compute deflection and at the points where they are loaded. So at point A and C, you are supposed to evaluate the deflections. Okay, fine. Here the point is loaded at 15 kilonewton. Draw the bending moment diagram. At 10 kilonewton, draw the bending moment diagram. A separate bending moment diagram has been drawn for each loads. 15 kilonewton, 15 into 2.5, 10 into 1.5. Compute deflection. Theta B minus theta A. Between AB is the difference between the two. The difference between the two is nothing but directly you can take the area of the M by Ai diagram. Or if there are two compounded loads, you can directly add the area of the M by Ai diagram of the both. 1 by Ai into half into base into height of one triangle plus the other one. The negative sign indicates it is down the line, so it is taken as negative. So theta B is 58.125. So theta AB, when you are taking for A and B, both the loads are contributing. When you are taking for theta C, only C is contributing. See here. When you are taking for theta C, 1 by EI into minus half of 1.5 into 37.5 plus 15 minus half of 1.5 into 15, because here only one of the load is contributing. So when you are doing for theta C, the ordinate across theta C for this triangle has to be found out. For 15 kilonewton load, it will be till this point. So in this figure, you have to find the ordinate corresponding to 10 kilonewton. So here it forms a trapezoid. The area of this trapezoid has to be considered. And for 10 kilonewton here, one is direct triangle. See, that's what here it is done. Minus half into 1.5 distance, only that portion. 37.5 plus 15, that is the ordinates. H1 plus H2, area of a trapezoid. Along with that, one more is the second figure. So two different loads, two different areas. The area contributed by each load is added to the point to arrive at the rotation. Similarly, if you are evaluating deflection, area multiplied by its CG distances. If you are doing for B point, area is the same thing. Half into base is 2.5, 37.5. Let me see here. Half into base is 2.5, height is 37.5. And what is its CG distance? CG distance is 1/3 from the base or 2/3 from the apex. So 2/3 from the apex I am taking. Similarly for the next one, again 1 by EI, half into 1.5 into 45, 1/3 from the apex. So that gives the deflection at B. And similarly deflection at C. For the trapezoid, what is the CG distance? You can evaluate the CG distance and you can calculate. If you don't know what is the CG distance of a trapezoid, split the trapezoid into one triangle and rectangle. Then for each of them you keep adding and you can arrive at the solution. For the area of the rectangle, you multiply by the CG of the rectangle. For triangle, multiply by the CG of the triangle. Then you add it with the other one. So you will get the total deflection at C. So these are some of the video question paper problems which arrived in the previous years. Here is a simply supported beam subjected to point load. Slope at point C is asked to calculate. So this is based on Macaulay's method of deflection. Moment curvature equations are asked to derive. Slope and deflection at the cantilever beam is asked to evaluate. So here there is a simply supported beam subjected to 2 point loads. These are some of the references which you can use it as a reference material. The Google ebook links are also provided. Thank you.